Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm Zoe Markos-Thresher and today I'm going to talk you through some little ways that we can start to find our way into our side crow. So if you practiced your Fire Mandala with me this week or in recent weeks, you would have seen this pose come up, so I thought I'd give you a breakdown just to give you some more time to play with it and maybe just learn some little activating warm-ups and exercises that we can do together to find our way there. So if you want to find your way to a space, I would recommend having a harder floor and maybe a mat on top of that if you have one at home. And then perhaps a couple of blocks or a book or something like a cushion that we can use to practice with today. So we're just going to start up by doing some wrist activation work. So if you want to find your way to a tabletop, spread the fingers nice and wide, really find as much surface area with the hands that you can. And then just finding a comfortable spot for the knees. As you inhale, start to shift the weight forward. Think about sending the shoulders past or towards the fingers if you can. And then exhale, start to take it back to neutral. Let's do a few more repetitions of this. Start to inhale, draw the navel in as you send the shoulders forward. And exhale, send it back. On the next one, think about lifting the shoulders now, so really rounding through the upper back. Take an inhale, move the weight forward and pause here. And exhale, take it back. Let's do a few more like this. Think about rounding through the shoulders, lifting the upper back, sending the weight forward, inhale. Press into the fingers and exhale, take it back. So our fingers are super active in our arm balances. If it helps, you can think about pressing the front pads of the fingers into the floor, lifting up the knuckles. Take an inhale, round back through the spine, send the weight forward. Catch your weight with the fingers, really gripping the pads of the hands down towards the floor. And exhale, take it back. Let's do one more. Should start to wake up through the arms now. I'm definitely feeling it. Take an inhale, keep the belly, the navel drawing in. And exhale, take it back. Oh, so simple, but so fiery. Okay, just continuing to warm up the wrists. Turn the fingers to face the knees or the thighs. Start to send the weight forward. And exhale, guide the sit bones back towards the heels. Don't worry about how far they get. Just find a nice opening through the forearms and just moving freely through this space. If your wrists tend to bother you at all, in your arm balances, these can be some quite nice ways of just warming up the parts of the body that we're using before going into it. Let's turn the fingers out towards the side of the mat and just start to shift the weight from side to side. Again, keep that activation into the fingers. It's actually going to help us protect our wrists here. So our fingers are actually a really important part of all of these balances. Okay, let's sit back towards the heels, take an interlace of the hands and just taking some figure eights one way. Swirling the wrists around, really clamping the palms towards one another. And then taking it the other way. Okay, a few more like this. And a few more the other way. Okay, nice everyone. All right, we are going to find our way back to our tabletop. Hopefully the wrists are feeling a little bit warmer. Start to tuck the toes under. From here, push the floor away. Find that rounding, protracting through the shoulders again. Draw the navel in and push the ground away from here. The toes are tucked, so we're going to start to float the knees just an inch off the ground. Keep pressing into the hands, keep elevating through the shoulders, and keep lifting up the space between the shoulder blades. As you exhale, drop the knees back down towards the floor. Let's do 3 more repetitions of this. Press into the hands, lift the knees, float the knees just an inch. Exhale, drop them back down. 2 more, inhale, lift the knees, push into the palms. Exhale. Tap the knees back down. Final one, inhale. And exhale, nice everyone. Okay, from here, grab your block or your book or any prop that you have with you to help today. We're going to slide that just into the middle of the thighs so that we're going to start to create some resistance and just start to learn what it feels like to be squeezing the thighs towards each other for something. From here, you can either keep the heels grounded towards the floor, start to roll the shoulders back and away, bring the hands to prayer at heart center. From here, start to open the chest towards one side, it doesn't matter, left or right, and then find your way into a seated twist. From here, we're gonna open the arms out. So think chaturanga arms here. We're bending, wrapping the elbows in towards each other, flexing through the wrists and turning the palms up. From here, can you start to find contact with the elbow towards the knee? Press into the knee here and then start to find that shape. So this is technically what our side crow looks like. If you want, you can start to drop the left elbow down towards the outer edge of the left glute or whatever side that you've gone to. So keep that activation into the wrists. Keep squeezing the thighs towards the block. Energize through the fingers. Let's go for one more breath. And exhale. Nice, everyone. Come back through center. Take a breath. Inhale. And taking it over to the other side as you exhale. So taking hands to prayer to start with, just find that rotation. Squeeze the block with the thighs, nice and active into the feet here. If you can find that bind, start to hook the elbow towards the knee. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, open up the arms, flex into the wrists, wrap the triceps towards one another. Okay, maybe holding it here, palms face up, or maybe dropping that right elbow down towards the right glute as well. So we're basically in our crow, we're just doing it the other way around. So we're just familiarizing ourselves with the shape, and again, learning where all the body parts need to be in order to find that balance. Let's go for one more breath. It's hard, I know. And exhale, release. Well done, everyone. Take an inhale, lift the arms up, just take a nice forward fold. Exhale. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to take Utkatasana chair pose. We're going to keep that block between the thighs. So I think Utkatasana is a really lovely way of starting to find our side crow. Bend the knees, lift the arms alongside the ears. Bring the hands back to prayer at heart center, exhale. From here, start to take it over to one side or the other. You might want to start with your more dominant side just to familiarize yourself. Find that bind if you can, right elbow to a left knee. And then find that rotation here. From here, start to drop the sit bones down towards the heels, maybe finding your toe stand, and then start to release the hands down towards the floor. So just check that the hands are about shoulder width distance apart. From here, you're going to shift the weight forward, drop the left glute onto the left elbow, and then keep the gaze moving forward. You might hold it here, you might keep the toes down towards the ground. I'm going to show you what it looks like from this side as well. So keeping the toes down towards the ground and just be here. Otherwise, start to bend the elbows more. Don't even think about lifting the toes, just bending the elbows. Think chaturanga arms. This should start to help to peel the toes up and away from the mat. So it really is creating this hinge-like movement happening from the elbows rather than thinking about lifting the legs. Okay, let's try this on the other side. Block back between the legs. Find your Utkatasana chair pose, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale here. Hands to prayer at heart center, rotate the chest to the other side, finding your bind in your Utkatasana, and exhale. Drop the sit bones down towards the heels, open up the arms, check that they're in line with the shoulders, and dropping them down towards the floor. I'm going to come this way so you see from every angle. Okay. Spread the fingers. Remember that activation into the pads of the fingers. You can really draw up through the knuckles, bend into the knuckles. And then chaturanga arms are strong. We keep them nice and tight towards each other. Maybe you just peel up one foot, then the other, tap, pop it down. Tap, pop it down. Okay. If you feel like you've got that and you want to take it up one more notch, we can get rid of our block for this one. I'm going to show you one other option to just elevate your side crow. So from here, start to take your Utkatasana. Go whatever way you would like. Exhale. We're going to pop our hands down towards the floor, but I'm not going to put my right elbow towards my right glute. I'm going to take it slightly wider with my hands, and then I'm just going to send my weight forward onto one elbow, the front elbow. Send the gaze towards the knees, and then peel the toes and the heels up towards the sit bones. So you're really thinking about lifting the hips high in this one and taking the balance just onto one arm. I hope that helps with your side crow. Let me know if you have any questions and anything else you want to work on.